going, ninjas? For those of you who don't remember, I'm Coach Mike. I'm gonna teach you guys all kinds of crazy ninja moves that are gonna make you really, really strong. Who's strong already? Show me the muscles, big muscles. Okay, we're ready, sweet. We're gonna do some review really quick, and then we're just gonna get right into it. Ready? Let's go. Okay, first up are these joint mobility exercises. Do you guys remember the little circles? Nice. Last time we did 7, this time we're bumping it up to 10, alrighty? Remember, the goal is to stay up without falling over, balance the entire time, alright? Also, all it is little circles, alright? So let's stick up our foot, work our way up from the ankles all the way to our necks, alright? Alright, here we go. We're gonna start with 10 circles this way. Ready? Hold that balance. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, help me count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, louder, 9, 10. Woo, there we go. Now, 10 circles that way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, no falling over. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch the feet. All right, ready? This way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. You guys are getting good at this. All right. Who remembers what's next? We started at the ankles. Next is our knees. This time we're going to keep our knees together. Next, we're going to open them. Okay? Knees together. Big circles without letting go. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help me count. 5, 6, 7, 8. No falling over. 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Super easy, right? Awesome. Next one, not so much. This one is the funniest looking one of them all. Remember, go straight up and down them. Ready? Gonna go down first. Open the knees, come up, bring them together. Easy peasy. Nice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no falling over, and 10. There we go. I say that because I'm yelling at you guys, right? No, it's because I'm falling over. Make sure you hold that balance. Ready? Now we gotta go backwards the other way. We're gonna start open, go down, bring them together, and then come back up. All right? Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome! Super easy, isn't it? No? Alright, whatever. The more you do it, the easier it's gonna get, and the better you're gonna feel. Start with 10 seconds, work your way up. Got it? Sweet. Next up is the hips. Remember, you bring that knee up high, open the hip, set it down. Then you bring the knee up, close the hip, set it down. All right? This leg stays still. Hold your balance, no falling over. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, stay up. 5, help me count. 6, 7, louder. 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Switch feet. Ready? This knee goes up. Open and close. 1, 2, 3, higher. 4, higher. 5, who can get their leg up the highest? 6, 7, 8, hold it. 9, last one, and 10. From the hips down, we should be feeling pretty good, right? Sweet. Who knows what's next? Hands on your hips. Bring it around town. Ready? As far as you can go. Really big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's go the other way. 1, 2, bigger circles. 3, 4. Who can go the biggest circle? 5, 6, 7. That's a good one. 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Feeling pretty limber. Getting good. Arms out. Little circles. Not too fast though. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3. Still little. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we get the big ones. Ready? Hands up. 1. Oh yeah. Palms need to face me. All right. So hands like this. Now let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not too fast. 8, 9, 10. Now the other way. 1, 2. Like you're swimming. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, they're burning now. I feel it. Sweet. Elbows up. Big circles like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Full extension. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3. Show the muscles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. This next one's going to be a little trickier. All you have to do is lock your fingers in, hold them there, and now wiggle like this. Don't let your hands go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle in every direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep wiggling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Last one I think is the hardest, but that means that this is the one that we need the most. Remember, beach ball hands, wide fingers. Ready? Arms out straight. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. Big fingers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. I definitely need that one. My arms are on fire. That's okay, because we got one thing left to do. Hands back behind your back. Now we're up to our necks. Ready? Lean over to the side and just nice and easy, relax. No falling over, remember? 10 circles, go. 1, 2, not too fast. 3, 4, 5, supposed to be relaxing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bigger circles. 6, 7, slow motion. 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, before we get going, we're gonna reset really quick. Everybody stand up nice and tall. You're gonna deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Ready? Deep breath in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last one. In. 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 And out. Gotcha on that one, didn't I? We should be feeling pretty good. All of our joints and bendy parts should feel great. Awesome. Let's start out with that review. First up, we're gonna work on the little jumps, okay? Remember, up on your tippy toes, no letting your heels touch, and we're just gonna bounce and wake our bodies back up, okay? Super easy review, let's go. 10 seconds, bounce, ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Super easy, right? Awesome. Same idea, except this time on our hands. All right? Remember, we're going to go down into this shape right here. Who remembers what these are called? Dragon jumps. Right, or baby handstands. Remember to keep your arms straight, your palms flat, big beach ball hands. All right? You're going to push into the ground, and you're just going to do tiny hops to get your hips up. All righty? 10 seconds, non-stop. If you fall over, I'm going to get you. No, I'm kidding. If you fall over, just get back up and keep going, okay? 10 seconds, non-stop baby handstands. Ready? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Easy, right? Sweet. Let's bump it up just a little bit. This time, 1 foot. Don't care which foot. Don't care if you switch feet, but only 1 foot can be on the ground at a time. Got it? All right, I'm gonna switch to this side now. Hands down, same thing. 1 foot comes up. Ready? Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Remember, these are just baby handstands. We don't need to go super high yet. That's in a minute. Until then, now we gotta remember how to do those handstands again. We're gonna do this 3 times on each leg just to trick our brains into we never stopped. Got it? Sweet. Up on 1 foot, lean all the way down, touch the floor. 1, all the way up. 2, last one. 3, sweet. Switch, same thing, all the way down. 1, keep that balance. 2, hold it. 3, sweet. Okay, now we're gonna kick up into the handstands for 10 seconds at our best, okay? We're gonna do that same thing as your leg swings up, hands go down, tiny hop. Try to get your feet up in the air, alrighty? I want 1 leg straight, up, 1 leg straight, that way. That way you don't flip over, alright? If you feel like you're falling over, don't forget, push your fingers into the ground like this, so that you go back to where you're trying to go from. Are we ready? Does everybody have their spot? I've got mine right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hands down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, last handstand drill before we move on. We're gonna try that same thing. I kind of did it just there a little bit. You're gonna bring the other leg up and just do tiny little tap. That's it, all right? Should look like this. Legs go up, tap, come back down. Super easy, all right? We call these dragon kisses. All right? Here we go. Start out, as soon as the hands go down, baby jump, get the hips up, and then boop, little tap. 3, 2, 1, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. I'm falling. What do I do? Oh yeah, push your fingers down so that you stand back up. Did anybody fall over? If you did, that's okay. It's fine. As long as you're safe and up and ready to keep going, we've got this. If not, beside the point, let's move on to the next thing. We're gonna go back to these jumps and we're gonna figure out how to spin. Are you ready? Spinning is super easy, but we're not talking about this kind of spinning. We're talking about turning and landing the other way. Does anybody know how many degrees that is? Not like how hot it is or how cold it is, but how far you turn, all right? We're gonna do 180s now. That means if I jump up in the air and land facing the other way, that's a 180. If I jump up and land facing all the way around like this, that's a 360. We're gonna start with the 180s, all right? For 10 seconds, All I want you to do is jump up, turn around, and land facing the other way. All right? And then once you land, try to go back. Now we can go either direction. I want you guys to figure out which way you like the most. All right? So for 10 seconds, as many 180s as you can do. Ready, set, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Not bad, right? Okay, 180s are pretty easy. 360s are a little bit trickier. Remember, you got to spin all the way around. I am your target, so everybody should be staring at me. Ready? Stare at me. Make a funnier face than I am.
But Coach Mike, that's just your face.
Shh. All right. Big jump, spin all the way around and land facing me. This might take some practice, but I think you guys can handle it. Ready? Eyes on me. 3, 2, 1. 360. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. How'd you do? Are you still up? Did anybody fall over? Again, if so, that's fine. As long as you're okay and you keep going, we can keep going. So we're gonna take those same 180s that we just did and smash them together with the baby handstands, okay? You're gonna get something that looks kind of like this. All right? Now, if you break it down even more, that's just a cartwheel. Can anybody do a cartwheel? Raise your hand, show me. Sweet. Who cannot do a cartwheel just yet? All right, that's okay. Who doesn't know because they never really tried? Okay, that makes sense too. It's all good, alrighty? All we gotta remember is that we can fix ugly, but we can't fix broken. In other words, we need to make sure that we're landing on our feet, because if not, it doesn't count. No matter how pretty it is, if we fall, it doesn't count. If our feet don't land it, it's not whatever it is that we're trying. So instead of thinking it's right or wrong, I want you guys to think it's right or it's different. And as long as you're landing on your feet, that's okay. Make sense? Here's what I mean. If you do the ugliest cartwheel in the world, like this. Ugh! That was gross looking, right? Yeah, but I landed it, so it still counts as a cartwheel. But if I do one of these guys, I didn't land it. It doesn't count. No matter how pretty it is as you do it, you have to land it, otherwise it's not a cartwheel. Make sense? Awesome. We're gonna work on spinning just a little bit again, but this time on our hands. Again, we're gonna work on those little cartwheels. I want everyone to go down into this teeny tiny little ball again like this. Now put your thumbs and your fingers together, make a little triangle. Nice. Now you're gonna make your thumbs closest to you. All right? When your thumbs go down, I want you to jump and try to land facing the other way. Remember, what's that called? A 180. All right? Yeah, 180. Ready? Hands go down. Big jump. Land facing the other way. Good? Sweet. Who can go back? Ready? Hands down, jump. Land facing the other way. Sound good? All right. If not, too bad. We're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna stay in this little ball shape for the most of the time. We're gonna stay in this little ball shape the whole time and then work our way up until we're doing a real good cartwheel, okay? For 10 seconds, we're gonna do the baby cartwheels. Ready, set, go. Hands down, jump to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, not too bad. But this time, we're gonna stand it up a little bit. Not all the way, we're not going up here. Instead, we're gonna be squatty. Yeah, we're gonna be squatty like an angry cartoon grandma.
Get out of here, you!
All right, little crazy cartoon grandma. Hands still go together. This time, they don't have to touch. This time, we're gonna be about here. So squatty, hands down, jump to the other side, land facing that way. Again, hands down, jump to the other side, land facing the other way. Ready? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squatty grandma, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Not bad. Now for this next one, we're gonna think 1, 2, 3, 4. In other words, 1, 2, 3, 4. That way we can get a good cartwheel, okay? Now if we switch up the numbers in like 1, 3, 4, 2, that's fine too, but it's a different move. We're not trying that, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hand, hand, foot, foot. Got it? All right, stand up nice and tall, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Who figured it out? Who's got it? If you did, awesome. If not, that's okay too. Go back a few steps, work on the baby cartwheel. Or maybe you can do the baby cartwheel, work on the granny cartwheel. Alrighty? Remember, as long as you're landing on your feet, we can make it prettier later. That just takes a little bit of practice. But in order to get to the practice, we've got to make sure we have the skill. All right, crazy ninjas, that's about all the time that we have left today. I know, it's okay. I'll see you guys in about 2 more weeks though, all right? Until then, I want you to think about some stuff. You need to practice your homework. In other words, 180s and baby handstands, all right? I want you to practice 360s, spotting your landings, and I want you to remember this very important thing. Progress over perfection. Do you know what that means? You should. We talked about it in the last 2 videos. When we think about progress, we got to get better. The whole goal is to get better than what we were 5 minutes ago, what we were 10 seconds ago, all right? Or at the very least, we need to be better than what we were yesterday, right? Right. We don't want to be perfect because perfect means we're done. And if we're done, well, the rest is boring. Do we want to be bored? No! Ninjas don't give up. Ninjas never stop. I'm watching you. Land on your feet. Put in the work. You guys will do great. And eventually, hopefully anyway, you guys will be better than me. That's the goal. I'm just not going to make it very easy. With that being said, love you guys. I will see you next time, but I'm going to bed. Good night.